nights. Is that okay? I mean, it doesn't give you the excuse to say, dude, sweet, I'm sleeping. But it does give you the opportunity to not have to do one of those. How's that? Is that good? Anyone scared? Do I need a night light or anything back up front? But I want to talk to you guys about me. Not because it's all about me. It's about me, and we're recording now. So, I told you guys yesterday that this is my how many years teaching? 21st year, sweet. All right, USB. You out, put you in. 21 years teaching. Let's have some fun with this. Come on, read it. There we go. First day of med? No. Math class show. While it's thinking, let's see. You'll learn of this on a PowerPoint. One thing I want to convey to all of you. Math should be called something different. It shouldn't be called math. And we shouldn't name classes algebra. We shouldn't name them calculus. We shouldn't name them pre-calculus and trigonometry. We should name them something different. We should call math thinking. We should call it thinking. Because when I used to sit in my math classes in high school and in middle school and prior to that, in elementary school, it was great, but there was a lot of times where it's like, I didn't like when my teacher would say, if you're going to be an engineer, this would help you out. Well, I'd sit there going, I don't want to be an engineer. So then I shut my brain off and didn't want to listen. Does that make sense? If you want to be a doctor, you should know this kind of math. Well, I don't want to be a doctor. So guess what I do? I would shut my brain off. And then I later found out that's kind of what everyone does. And it was explained to me long ago that math is a puzzle piece that we put out as humans to allow us to think at a different level of thought. Okay? I'm going to give you the example of my Aunt Diane. Okay, I can tell you about my Aunt Diane because she's married to my Uncle Jeff. My Uncle Jeff is my mother's brother, so he's blood related. She's not, thank goodness. She is the relative that when you go to family reunions or weddings or funerals, if she's there, you need to make sure whatever room you're in has two ways out. And a window to jump out is also a way out. Because she will trap you. She is talk, show, educated. What I mean by that is she will tell you things like, well, today on Oprah, now I don't want to take it away from Oprah. She's a wonderful human being. But my education does not need to come from her. Okay? Today on this talk show, today on that talk show, whatever talk show you want to worry about, that's the span of her education. I don't think the woman breathes when she talks because it's a non-stop, endless sentence. And you're like, I'm exhausted already and I've only been here for 7 seconds. She didn't take math. And she'll tell you why she didn't take math. And then you realize you really don't want to be stuck in this conversation with her. Math is a way to train your brain to think at a better level or a higher level. That's it. It's the rubric or the place in life where it's we're going to teach you how to think at a different level. Okay? Now, you've all been thinking throughout your life, and different things you've done in life are funny, right? Wet paint. See a sign that says that? What do? You touch it. And you're like, dude, it really is wet. You go to that buffet, it says caution hot. You touch it, and you're like, oh, it really is hot. Duh. Wet cement? Oh, yeah. Okay? But we all know that once you touch it, you're like, oh, that was silly. Why? Gotta find a place and try and wipe it off the grass because that's the great cleanser of all things. So let me just talk to you about me. Careers class along with me. Okay, that's me. You've seen it? Kind of cool. Let's talk. Go more. Go forward. This is my information. Don't worry, you don't have to write this down. I will give you the information. I have 2 offices. Most of the day, from period 0 to period 6, I'm in this building. Okay? I have a medical class that starts at 6 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Thursday. I didn't have it this morning. I allowed them to sleep in still one more day. And my office is straight down the hallway. Anytime I don't have class, if you and I have an off period, you are welcome to come seek help with me. Ask me questions. Okay? My other office is in the Career Tech Ed building, which is at the north side, so if you were to walk out these doors and continue across the parking lot, and you look and say, oh, look, there's the football field or Stutler Bowl or whatever you want to call it, and then there's a 2-story building. One part of it is admissions, and the other part is Career Tech Ed. My office is inside there, office 200. Okay, me? Grew up in Tempe, Arizona. Went to Fuller Elementary School through 6th grade. Went to Fees, which was only 7th and 8th grade. And I went to Marcos Deniza, which was grade 9 through 12. Let's see, when I was 10 years old, my dad bought a hot air balloon. So I grew up hot air ballooning from age 10 to 19. My dad had a hot air balloon. It's pretty cool. My best friend since 1974, his name's Matt Owens. Known him a long time. And you know that deep-rooted friends, they don't come lightly. Okay, you have all kinds of acquaintances in life, but then you have people that are really deep-rooted, that know you to the core, which is fantastic. My wife, her name's Susan. She grew up in Omaha. She actually went to Westside High School in Omaha, which is a school very similar to Cherry Creek High School. Very affluent, very great school, awesome school. She actually went to high school with the band 311. I don't know if you know the band or not, so that's kind of cool. My daughter, Leah, she's 9th grade at Arapahoe High School. My daughter, May, she's 7th grade at Powell Middle School. I live in Littleton, so I live about 5 miles that way. Let's see, and so my kids, blah, blah, blah. You got that. It's kind of bored, I'm sorry. Let's see. I worked as the following. From ages 10 to 15, my dad owned a drapery manufacturing place. So I learned how to sew. I learned how to hang draperies. I learned how to make draperies. And I'm like, yeah, cool. And then after that, from 16 to 24, I sold car washes, details, and lube and oils. Okay? I also worked for a pizza place. I waited tables, and I also was a bartender there. And it was a family restaurant called Nello's Pizza in Arizona. And then from age 25 to now, high school math teacher. I'm 45 now. I'll be 46 in December 30th. I expect cupcakes. Okay? I know we're off school for break, but I expect cupcakes. You're still bored. I'm sorry. My music. The song that defines me as a teacher, Frank Sinatra, My Way. Okay? Not because I'm telling you you need to do it my way, because I have maybe a little different way of approaching things with math. So I like to do it my way when I present to you all. My favorite song in the whole wide world, Rhinestone Cowboy by Bill Campbell. Love the song. My favorite rock and roll song, Love It Loud by Kiss. Kiss is my favorite band. I love the band. The song that reminds me of high school, Never Say Goodbye by Bon Jovi. And the song played that feels like you're in the video. It's a song called Streetwalker by Michael Jackson. If you put your earbuds in, you have the song on your iPod or your phone or whatever listening device you have, and you start listening to it, and you watch people walking around, everybody is walking to the beat. Doesn't matter if they're walking fast, walking slow, walking with a skip, walking with a limp. You can find the beat of everyone's walking to the song. So it's pretty genius how this music works. I love music. I really do love music. It's some of my favorite. So I taught in Vegas, Reno, Parker now. So I talked to you guys yesterday. Schaefer Smith, Okay, he's known as Neo. Baron Vaughn is a comedian, one of the funniest kids I've ever had in my life. All of these gals. Camila and Orish, those two, they signed a multi-million-dollar record deal, a recording deal, as seniors in high school. Matthew Gray Googler, he's on Criminal Minds. Real smart kid. When I had him, he's about this tall, had these big round glasses on, and could imitate Jimmy Stewart like no other. You know who Jimmy Stewart is? Go take a look. If you ever watched that movie, It's a Wonderful Life, he was the actor in it. And then Ken Walcott. Ken and Shaver Smith, best of friends. Those two I still remember. They would have talent shows, and they'd have shows, and the two of them would be up stage on singing, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's just butter. It's that smooth. It's that good. He got second place on American Idol first season. So, Mike Spadoni's in a band called Weird Science. And then a couple other people. Let's see. Jason Newstead was the second bass guitar player for the band Metallica. He was a senior at Marcos Deniza High School when I was a freshman. So he and I, best friends. College, I was like, dude, what's up? Christmas cards. Jennifer Rogers. She goes by JJ. She's an actress. She and I went to church together. We grew up. We've known each other since kindergarten. Okay? Wonderful actress. Beautiful, spirited person. Absolutely love her to death. And then John Cornell plays for a band called Hugo. That's John right there. He's an absolutely fantastic musician. He was one of the first people I ever saw play a 6-string bass. So you normally it's a 4-string, plays a 6-string bass like it was nothing. It was beautiful. So I grew up in Tempe, Arizona. The Refreshments was a band that I knew very well growing up in Arizona. The Gin Blossoms, let's see, Randy, Steve, and Bill all went to my high school. We were all in the same class. They were a fantastic band. They were actually in a band originally called the Amigos, which had probably about 20 people in it on all different instruments, which was great, and then it broke down to 4. Bettina Wesley was best friends with the girls from 702, and she was often in my classroom, often helped her with math, and she is on a show called Blue Bloods. So, and then that was my mascot from Arizona. So, just a little bit about me. Just some of the students I've taught in life. Gosh, these are SHAP students. Oh, look at this picture. He's got his whole family. He's holding his little baby upside down. So his name's Tracy Blackwell and his wife Elena. They met my math class. Now they're married with 1, 2, 3, 5 kids. Let's see. I used to coach soccer with a high school. That's Israel Hernandez. He got the name Bone Crusher. You want to know why? He went foot to shin with a guy during a soccer game. Broke the guy's bone here where the guy's toe touched his knee. Through the shin guard. It was the worst break I've ever seen in my life. So he became known as Bone Crusher. Vicente Torres, one of the best goalies ever. And, Richard, Steve. Steve is one of the big lighting tech people in Las Vegas now. That's where I had him, was in Vegas. Brendan Austin used to play for Stanford. He just graduated from Stanford. Shane Callahan plays for CU. Oh, boy, I got all kinds of good people. Johnny. I love that kid. He's an artist. He's a beautiful, beautiful, spirited person. Just beautiful people all together. I mean, I got to love Molly Ryan, great person I taught. She's now married to, I don't know who this guy is from college, but some of the other kids, Cameron just graduated, Danny Ryan, Kelsey. Oh my gosh, great people. Oh, you guys know Johnny and Hayden? They just graduated from here. Beautiful, beautiful people. Let's see. Patrick Keeley, taught him in Reno. He's a lawyer now. Beautiful person, beautiful. I mean, these are all just pictures of people that came through my classroom, and they're just beautiful people. And I love each and every one of them because a part of my life is a part of their life, and vice versa. And I think that's really special. And that's one thing that the relationships with people is golden to me. Oh, I I love music. That's me. I sang Love It Loud and Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss. Full live stream music. Not lip synced, not piped in. We were all on the instruments. These were a couple students when we were at Chaparral. They were like, the year before they came to me, I said, hey, Mr. Stirrup, the music at the senior assembly is horrible. I said, oh, no. Dude, we want to play. Will you sing? I'm like, of course. And they're like, what band? I'm like, Kiss. I'm like, isn't that the band with makeup? I said, yeah. I'm like, should we wear makeup? Yes. So we did. So this is on my website. If you ever want to find this video, you can totally watch it. It was loud. We got in trouble because it was too loud, too many decibels. But my favorite song, Love It Loud by Kiss. So then the following year, a bunch of these guys, we all put another band together, and I sang 2 more songs in front of Chaparral High School where I was at in Parker. We did Beastie Boys' Fight for Your Right to Party. That was fun. And then we followed it up by Motley Crue, Home Sweet Home, in which I played the front and back end piano and sang it. And then great kids. Eric just got married. Xavier, he's in Metro right now. He's a great drummer. Elena is at Auburn University. And neat thing with her is she had seen me perform Kiss the year before. And she came up to me and she goes, Mr. Stirrup, I'm in your math class. I said, oh, great. She sits down. She's in an Algebra 2 trig class. And she goes, I love music too. I was like, oh, yeah, really? And she starts telling me about all the instruments she plays. She plays 22 instruments perfectly. Beautiful musician. But then what was absolutely fascinating with her, she goes, I need you to know that my father grew up with Gene Simmons from Kiss. I said, really? That's fantastic. Kiss came to town a few years back. He called me up. He goes, Chris, I have good news and I have bad news. I'm like, shoot, what's the good news? We have backstage meet and greet to Kiss. You're going to meet the band. Are you kidding me? What the heck is the bad news? I could only get a second row center stage. Oh, before I get to that story, we also, last year, performed Bruins Brothers. So we had a bunch of teachers here. We played the song Soul Man, which is a Blues Brothers song, and went through that. So Mr. Matuszek is now at Grandview as a athletic director. Mr. Burnt, math teacher. Mr. Knox, assistant principal here. Me, Mr. Libby, head of our orchestra. Mr. DeGaitis, math teacher, and Mr. Mimak, math teacher. So we played live in front of the school. It's fantastic. So one day you might see us do this, something like that again. But anyhow, this was me and 2 of the other people. This is myself chatting with Gene Simmons. How cool is that? That's Gene Simmons from Kiss. Like, dude, I love that band. I took this picture with my iPod. This was my seats the last time I saw Kiss. Second row. I didn't, iPod. It's not like I'm zooming in. I'm not like, 48 rows back zooming in. Second row, no zoom. This was the ticket, so this was free. The ticket, second row, center stage, $1,250. Free. Pretty cool. His dad said, dude, I'll hook you up with it, man. We'll totally have fun. Hanging out with the band before they went on stage? Yeah, baby. That's me, the guy without the makeup. That's my wife and kids. That was a couple years ago. We do enjoy snow skiing. Sorry, we're 2 plankers. We're not single plankers. We're not snowboarders. So that's me, my daughter May, my daughter Leah, my wife Susan, and I think we were skiing Monarch up there. And so the quote up there is, understand this. You got to enjoy what you do every day. I chose teaching. Teaching didn't choose me. I love to do what I do. I don't really work because I love what I do so much. Okay? Don't worry about what others might think. Be you. Okay? And make your dreams come true. What's my dream? Gosh, I've been a part of influencing students for now 21 years. That's cool. Because you know what? I'm selfish. I'm really, really selfish. You guys are the future. So I'm going to teach you as best I can. Because I'm selfish. Because the better educated you are, the better my retirement's going to be. See how I just made it about me? So I'm going to teach you the best I can, because I know the better you do in life and the happier you are with life, the better my future looks. So I thank you all for that in advance. So just a couple policies to know. We're going to follow all policies and rules. Homework, it'll be checked daily, and then you'll hand it in, okay? And then it'll go in the grade book. There's tests and quizzes, mini quizzes, unit tests. We'll use Schoology, which I know most of you should know how to use. If not, we'll get you up to date on it, which is a computer thing. So we'll do our quizzes on the Schoology from time to time. Sometimes it's pencil and paper. Mr. Serfs Classroom is on Facebook, but if you don't have a Facebook page, it's also on YouTube. I'll get you the link to that. My office hours are 1st, 3rd, 4th, 7th, and 8th. 1st, 3rd, and 4th are in this building. If you're off any of those periods, I'm available for help. 7th and 8th, I'm available for help, but you have to travel to the Career Tech Ed building by the Stutler Bowl. And then Fridays before school, I'm also available in this math office over here. So I'll get you this information. So that's what Mr. Serfs Classroom looks like on Facebook, if you have that. Again, I'm recording this. You could also do a search for Mr. Serfs Classroom, a Google search, and it'll come up. You don't have to be a Facebook member to find it. You just type it in just like that. Keep going. Went backwards. Sorry. This is what my YouTube page looks like. So this looks like this has been a while back, but if you were to scroll over, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start labeling CP Algebra 1, which is this class, and the date. So you find this class and the date. Now realize I'll have CP Accelerated Geometry as well. You're not in CP Accelerated Geometry. Look for CP Algebra 1. Go to the correct date. This arrow will scroll you over. And then here's like my top 100 songs. So you guys want to look at that. What do you have for questions? Questions, comments, ideas?
What are we going to do for this class?
Ooh, I'm getting there. It's coming right now. Now you know me. So this is just the front and back. No, I'm not having your mom and dad sign it, because your mom and dad are going to have to sign like 90 of them tonight. And you're like, oh my gosh. And no one really reads them. So this is going to give you a heads up of what you need for this class. And again, this is all for you. So front and back to it. Gives you my information, gives you test and quiz information. Any other questions before I move down a little bit on the PowerPoint? You're very well. If I didn't pass enough back in the row, I apologize. We good? All right, just kind of scanning through it quickly. Purpose of math. Math is a method to train your brain to think at a higher level. I talked about it. All math classes taught prior to calculus really should be called pre-calculus. So guess what? Y'all are in pre-calc. Okay, I know we call CPL, well, this is before calc, so it's pre-calc. Okay, so I'm going to flip on the lights so we can get a more of a visual look. The book that you will need, but don't worry, I have a few copies before you need anything. So you'll need a 3-ring binder. Still with me in this adventure? Because inside that 3-ring binder, you're going to put your CP Algebra 1 Semester 1 book. You buy this from the Bare Necessities. It's $5. Okay. The nice thing about this, it's in a 3-ring binder. You open it up, and you have some notes. Now, what I'm going to also do with this, you have some problems. What I will also do with this is each day I'm going to print out a note page. You put the note page on the front of it, and then the second page becomes your assignment. The next page, new page of notes, and then you do the assignment. So you print your name on the assignment when it hands in, and then I give it back to you the following day. Okay? But this is what we are going to go through. So you buy semester 1s and semester 2s. Okay? Out of respect for your education, My cell phone is not coming to class. I am placing my cell phone is not coming to class. I'm sorry, I'm not an English teacher. Grammatically, that is the worst sentence ever. So, my cell phone is not with me. Why is that? Because when my pocket vibrated, if I had a message, or if it vibrated because I had a call, or if it rang out loud, my brain goes to, dude, who's that? Okay? Yours also needs to be away. It needs to be out. Earbuds, not in your ears, not hanging down because it looks cool. It needs to be away. Okay? The concept of social media, with cell phones, with electronic devices, with iPods, with any of that, is all a distractor from education. Okay? I understand there's teachers out there that are like the coolest people on earth, and you have your phone out nonstop, and you're like, dude, use your phone for this. Well, when you're using your phone for that, guess what else is coming across? Any of your social stuff is flying across your thing going, oh, sweet, look, Timmy took a funny picture. Okay? That's just distracted, took away from your math doing. Okay? You will need a calculator. It can have a 4-function calculator on anything you want. The best one to have is the graphic calculator. The TI-83 is fine. The TI-84 is better. They're both on sale now. They're in the $80 to $90 range. Okay, you can also rent them from our math science resource room. It's either $20 or $30 or somewhere in there for the year. Okay, then you have to give it back after the year. So those are just a few things to go on, and that's also on this paperwork that you have. That's the end of the slideshow. So some of you have purchased your math book already. Who has that blue math book already? Of course, I turn around once you raise your hand. So what I'm going to do is two things. First thing is, this is your first page of notes. There's a reason why there's a 3-hole punch in there. Because it goes in your 3-ring binder. Agreed? Don't panic if you don't have your book yet, because I'm also going to give you what the assignment is. But we're going to run through these notes real quick. Lights dim, okay? So what I will have on the board will look similar to that one-page paper. That one-page paper that has 3-hole punches in it, because that 3-hole punch paper would go in the first page of your notebook, and right behind it would be your first assignment once you have your books. Okay, again, that's the importance of that 3-hole puncher. And I wish the computer would hurry up a little bit, but unfortunately it's not. So this is pretty basic. Signed numbers. So one thing I want to talk about real quick. If you have your summer packet, awesome. It is due Monday. If you don't have it, email me. My email is on that sheet that I handed out to you first. It's at the very top. I take it back. It's on the back side. I take it back. Where's my email? You are a beautiful person, thank you. And bold on back, cstirrup@cherrycreekschools.org. Okay, I can get you the summer packet. You'll have to print it off, but that's fine. So summer packet will be due Monday. Now you got that sinking feeling going, I had all summer to do this, I did nothing. Oops. All right, solving linear equations, day 1A. Okay, add and subtract an integer. Same sign, sum the values and keep the sign. That's all it is. You've been adding and subtracting all along. Okay, you learned it long ago. If you have different signs, find the difference in the sign is the same as the bigger number. So we'll talk about that a little bit more, but I think you've seen this before. 6 added to 12. Shout out. 18. Yeah, I mean, we're back in first grade. 6 added to negative 12. That's a little bit different. So 6 is a positive number. 12 is a negative number. Is 12 further from 0 than 6? Is negative 12 further than 0? Yes, it is. Is my answer going to be a positive number or a negative number? Negative. It's going to be negative. So 6 added to a negative 12. Negative 6. So then we have two negative sign numbers. I have a negative 6 and I have a negative 8. We're going to add them together. So we get a negative 14. Uh-oh. What's taking place here? Sir? So you have the negative in a row, and this whole thing would then become a positive sign, right? So I have a negative 5 being added to 10. Negative 5 being added to 10. Anyone want to take a shot at that answer? Go ahead. Positive 5. I like it. I have 8 minus 12. So theoretically, what's the negative number up there then?
Negative 4.
It's negative 4 for an answer, and the 12 would have been negative. So good. 12 minus 4. That's just subtraction. That gives me an answer of 8. 3 minus 7. Negative 4. Love it. Oops. I think I have to go down a little bit. Let's see. I'll come over here on the side, I think. Is this going to be it? Yeah, buddy. Ooh, negative 11 minus 5. Ooh, help me out. Good.
Negative 16.
Negative 16. Love it. Negative 3 added to 13. Positive 10. I like it. Oh, here's one of those goofy things again. What happens here? You change it to a positive. Good. And then negative 4 added to 11 would be? Anybody? 5? 7? 7? 5? Raise your hand for 7. Raise your hand for 5. Let's see. Negative 4 added to 11. I see something in the store that costs $4. I have $11 in my pocket. So I give $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 7 left. Okay, that's all right. We still have cobwebs. It's been summer. We've been on summer. It's like, dude, it's August still. Multiplying, dividing integers. Count the number of negative signs. Even number of signs is a positive answer. Odd number of signs is a negative. An even number, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Still with me? Odd number, 1, 3, 5, 7. Continues forever. Okay, so we count them up. 5th page. Number 11 has how many negative signs? 1. Is the answer going to be positive or negative? Negative. What is the answer going to be to number 11? Negative 12, exactly. Problem number 12. How many negative signs do we have? 2, an even amount. So our answer must be positive. So what's the answer to number 12? 8. Number 13. Do I have any negative signs? What's the answer going to be? Positive 24. And we're lazy as Americans, so we don't put a positive sign if it's a positive answer. It's just our nature. Problem number 14. I have 3 numbers I'm multiplying together. How many negative signs are up there? 2. Is 2 an even number? Answer must be what? Positive. Okay, so then I'll just go left to right. 5 times 6 is 30, and half of 30 is 15. Like it. Problem number 15. I have 3 terms multiplying together. How many of them are negative? 3. Is 3 even or odd? Odd. So our answer must be what?
Negative.
It must be negative. Okay, so we have a negative answer. Love it. We've determined that. And then 12 times 10 is 120. And 120 times 1. 120. So notice when I'm going through the multiplication, I counted up my signs. I determined if it was positive or negative first thing. And then I just multiplied normal. Then we have division. Division, the reciprocal of multiplication. How many negative signs? 2. That's an even number, yes? What can you tell me about my answer? It's going to be positive, okay? We don't put a positive because we're lazy. What is 16 divided by 4? 4. Love it. 4 goes into 16 4 times. And then number 17. How many negative signs? That's an odd number, right? Answer must be what? Negative. 18 divided by 9? 2. Is there any questions so far? Have you approached that about the number of signs ever? If you start doing it that way, I promise you, you're not going to make a sign error. You know one of the worst things in math is if you have a 3-point problem and you miss one of the points because the sign's wrong. You're like, oh my gosh. Duh. Almost done. I think that's the last. Oh, that's the last one, right? I have. Oh, I just want to let you know. I wear a shirt and tie every day except for Fridays, and then I wear usually something with Cherry Creek on it. So you'll see me in shirt and tie Monday through Thursday for the most part. If you have your book already, you do not need this. Okay? So if you already have your book, you can just pass yours back up forward. This will take care of the next couple of days as far as the homework goes. This is mimicking your textbook. So if you have your textbook already, it looks like you do. If you have yours already, that's for you. Yep. All right, so your assignment for this evening is this front page. It says page 1 at the very bottom. Okay, if you have your book already, you don't need this packet. I've just printed up the first couple days to take care of you, but you need to go over to Bare Necessities, get your packet. But page number 1 is due first thing tomorrow. Your homework is going to be worth 4, 3, 2, or 1 points. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spot check. I'm going to spot check. Now, you can get a 3.5, you can get a 2.5, and you can get a 1.5. Okay? So what I'm going to do is tomorrow, first thing, is I'm either going to mark at the top of your paper. That tells me you've earned 4 points. It means like you attempted everything. Okay? I'm going to mark the middle of your paper. Means you're going to get a 3 point. I'm going to mark the bottom of your paper. Means that you're going to get a 1 point. If there's not a mark on it, I'm just putting a 0 at the very bottom. That means you didn't try it. But then you can turn it in. So if you didn't try it and you turn it in, you can get a 1.5. If you did the very bottom, means you barely tried it. It's almost the same as not trying it. You can still get a 1.5. And then a 2.5 means that you're filling it in. And a 3.5 means that you're filling it in. So 3.5 is pretty cool. That's 35 out of 40. That's a pretty good grade. Okay? But what that tells me as a data collector is you tried it, but you made a lot of errors. Is it okay to try and make a lot of errors? Absolutely. It's called practice. Okay? You practice, you learn from your mistakes, and then you show that you know how to do them. Yes, ma'am, you have a question? Or just playing with your heart? Okay. Is there any other questions that came out from you all? So, YouTube is a place that I have Mr. Stirrup's classroom for videos. I also have it on Facebook. Okay? Did I teach okay today? Am I loud enough? Yeah. You know, kids go, man, I gotta bring plugs in tomorrow, man. It's too loud. It's like concert. Okay? Was it okay? I mean, you guys wouldn't tell me. I guess I'd know if I taught poorly if, like, all of a sudden there's, like, you know, one of you left in class tomorrow. But I hope that doesn't happen. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you. Okay? I want to see you succeed. Your assignment is page 1. Get it done. Got it? Make sense? I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Make sure someone trips and fall, you point and laugh, right? That's the accelerator, so take that one back and get the other one. It doesn't say accelerator, it just says CPL. So cool? Eighth period. Yeah, so I'm in the career tech ed building. So if you were to walk across the parking lot, walk out of this building, across the parking lot, and you know where the football stadium's at, go on by the doors, by the picnic table. Okay, so the side doors, just walk in, and it's office 200. So go up the stairs and come on in. There's 4 of us in there. Just walk around till you find me. I'll be in there.
Thank you. See you
Sweet.
tomorrow.
I haven't got that packet yet.
Okay. Oh,